Welcome to Think Empowerment Foundation. Today we are going to talk about, does a wedding keep marriage a safe place? Let me say something about it as we continue. Marriage is often seen as a lifelong commitment marked by love, companionship, and shared values, while the wedding is celebrated as a rite of passage that symbolizes the beginning of this commitment. But the question remains, does a wedding itself ensure that marriage will be secure and stable? Many perspectives develop into this question, exploring factors like social support, financial investment, and the symbolic meaning of wedding in a society. Here is a closer look at the arguments on whether wedding can genuinely safeguard a marriage or if the stability of marriage is dependent on more foundational elements. So one, we have symbolism and commitment. For many, a wedding represents a public declaration of love and commitment, an essential step that may lay the groundwork for stability. A wedding can serve as a solidifying moment where vows are made in front of loved ones, creating a form of accountability and social support. Researchers have noted that couples who experience strong support from family and friends tend to fare better in marriage. This collectively acknowledgement may encourage partners to stay committed during challenging times, knowing they have the moral backing of their community. However, it's essential to note that while a wedding offers symbolic security, it does not fundamentally alter the personal commitment needed to maintain a healthy marriage. The day's significance might fade, leaving partners to rely on daily choices, communication, or understanding rather than the ceremony itself. Two, we have financial investment and marital stability. The financial aspect of wedding also plays a role in how couples perceive marriage. Many couples spend significant amount on their wedding, sometimes leading to financial stress. A study by Emory University suggested that couples who have lavish wedding often report higher levels of financial strain post-wedding, which can lead to marital dissatisfaction over time. In contrast, those who opted for smaller weddings tended to report more stable marriages. Financial health is a major factor in a relationship satisfaction, and when a wedding creates lasting debt, it could harm marital stability. Couples with modest wedding may feel less financial pressure, potentially allowing them to focus on building a strong, lasting relationship rather than being weighed down by debt and expenses. Three, we have social and cultural expectations. Cultural and social expectation can influence whether a wedding has a long-term positive effect on a marriage. In societies that place high importance on weddings, the marriage can feel more legitimate and valued, which may contribute to partners feeling more secure in their relationship. A well celebrated wedding can symbolize that both families and communities support the union, creating a bond that might shield the marriage from some outside pressures. However, some experts urge that social expectations surrounding weddings can sometimes backfire. If a couple feels pressure to have a grand wedding, socially to meet cultural standards, it may create unnecessary stress and shift the focus from the marriage to the event. The result can be disappointment or resentment if the emphasis on appearance outweighs the relationship itself. I, Ultimately, this may lead couples to focus on superficial elements, making the marriage vulnerable to conflict and dissatisfaction. 4. We have physiological impact and marital satisfaction. Physiologists suggest that a wedding can have a positive physiological impact on couples, as it marks a significant life transition and gives them a sense of unity. The process of planning a wedding together can also offer a glimpse in how the couples collaborate and resolve challenges. Skills that are crucial for a successful marriage. Those who see weddings as an essential rite of passage often report greater satisfaction in the early years of marriages. Nevertheless, the excitement of a wedding may create unrealistic expectations. Some studies show that the honeymoon phase fades as partners confront the realities of daily life, especially if the expectations were overly romanticized by the wedding. The success of the marriage depends less on the wedding itself and more on the couple's ability to sustain emotional intimacy and effective communication long after the celebration ends. 5. We have the role of personal values and commitment. The effectiveness of a wedding in providing marital security largely depends on the value of the couples involved. Some couples view marriage as a partnership and invest in skills like open communication, conflict resolution, and mutual support. Mutual support. For these couples, the wedding day may serve as a meaningful milestone but determining not necessarily determining factors for long-term success. In contrast, if a couple relies too heavily on the wedding as a foundation, they may overlook essential elements that nurture a successful marriage. Experts urge that stability in marriage is closely tied to personal values and commitment rather than the wedding ceremony. The commitment to maintain a healthy, secure marriage requires sustained effort and often goes beyond any single day celebration. I'll conclude by saying this. In summary, while a wedding can offer a symbolic and celebratory start to marriage, it does not inherently secure marital stability. Elements such as emotional commitment, communication, financial stability, and shared value play a more substantial role in ensuring a marriage thrives over time. A wedding may strengthen bonds with family and friends, provide physiological benefits, and fulfill cultural expectations, but the safety of a marriage ultimately depends on the ongoing dedication of the partner. In this scene, in this sense, a wedding might create a safe place for marriage, but it is not a guarantee. Stability and security in marriage stem from the continuous effort and commitment of both individuals far beyond the wedding day itself. Thank you so much and be blessed.